Good morning, everyone. We are gathered today to examine the EIA regarding Tesla's newest large-scale project, the Berlin Gigafactory, for which I will be a representative. Our objective will be to explain why the development project should move forward. Our plan involves the construction of a gigafactory in Brandenburg, just outside Berlin. Here, we hope to annually produce 500,000 electric vehicles, otherwise known as EVs, in addition to powertrains and batteries. At the center of innovation and manufacturing, this gigafactory aims to stimulate the supply and use of EVs across Europe, as our gigafactories in Nevada, New York, and Shanghai pertain to other parts of the world. We believe the project should be pursued mainly by virtue of its long-term environmental, economic, and international benefits. Tesla's primary objective is to optimize environmental welfare. We are actively taking multiple measures to minimize or reverse adverse effects on local biodiversity, with the goal to maintain as much of the ecosystem as possible. On the longer term, we envision EV use to progressively replace traditional vehicles, ultimately reducing carbon emissions. Economically, the implementation of our gigafactory will generate jobs, which will revitalize Brandenburg, demonstrating a real financial potential for the area. Additionally, we hope that with Tesla, Berlin can become an economic and technological hub for EV manufacturing and stimulate Europe's accessibility to clean vehicles, as well as increase revenue for the region and the country. On the international scale, we seek to promote clean sources of energy and accelerate the transition to sustainable energy use. Again, we want to encourage the global use of EVs, simultaneously reducing the reliance on traditional vehicles through a change in the dependence on oil and gas. As illustrated in this graph, as of 2019, Tesla's solar electricity generation has far exceeded the amount of energy of the entire consumption of the Tesla vehicle fleet. To expand on each of these expected benefits, I am excited to be here with a panel of experts and representatives. In relation to their respective fields, they are here today to explain why we have deemed that the project should continue. Friedhelm Schmitz-Jesch, would you care to start us off and explain your interest in the project?
Hello, thank you for having me today. I'm a German politician and chairman for NABU Brandenburg, having lived and worked in Brandenburg ever since the 90s. NABU is one of the oldest and largest environmental NGOs in Germany, with over 700,000 members and sponsors whose main objectives are habitat and biodiversity preservation, agricultural sustainability, forest management, water supply and distribution, and increasing society's evaluation of nature conservation. NABU has been involved in the planning of Tesla's Gigafactory 4. Since the announcement of the new Gigafactory in November 2019, the union has been examining documents such as the Environmental Impact Assessment Report, which clarify Tesla's plans to protect wildlife that inhabit the 300-hectare property. Besides NABU, relevant documents were also made available to anyone interested. There was a period of document interpretation from July to August, and the public hearing and discussion occurred in September. Additionally, Tesla has set up a Citizens Information Office in Grünheide to address and reassure residents' concerns about the Gigafactory. This information office is for residents to express their concerns by addressing letters by Dear Elon. Visitors have also been encouraged to inquire about employment opportunities. Something admirable about Tesla is that the company has taken into consideration the public's comments and the region's strict environmental protocols, which have required Tesla to alter some of the factory's design aspects to be in accordance with light, noise, and chemical pollution parameters. Because of these factors, an additional round of documents will be displayed, which may delay the Gigafactory's grand opening. At first, I was skeptical about the project because NABU was not informed. It was very much a black box. Our main priority was and still is to rule out or minimize harmful environmental impacts. I now believe Tesla has been responsive and respectful regarding the union's and citizens' concerns about harmful socio-environmental impacts, namely deforestation and the consumption and contamination of drinking and groundwater. Because they have taken these steps, this is a great cause for hope.
Thank you, Mr. Schmitz-Jesch. Your support is vital for the social cohesion and the inclusion of local representation in our project. I now address myself to Peter Altmaier. How has your role as a politician influenced your perception of the Gigafactory for Berlin and Germany?
Hello. Since 2018, I have been Germany's Federal Minister for Economic Affairs and Energy. With my background as the former Minister for the Environment, as well as my origins in coal mining regions of Saarland, I am focused on transforming Germany's energy supply towards sustainable alternatives while maintaining the nation's industrial prowess. I believe Tesla's Gigafactory is a politically and economically beneficial move for Germany. Tesla's Gigafactory will create over 10,000 jobs in a rapidly developing sector. This includes a wide range of positions from legal affairs to manufacturing to finance. In addition to securing manufacturing jobs, I believe that Tesla's Gigafactory will bring research and development to Germany and promote national innovation towards sustainable technology. Although many argue that jobs brought by Tesla will not be given to local workers, we're extremely confident that the Gigafactory will both directly and indirectly offer much needed economic dynamism to this region through jobs, increased consumption, and secondary infrastructural and economic projects that will result from activity at the Gigafactory. This project will cement Germany's place at the forefront of sustainable innovation and manufacturing and allow the nation to carry on its industrial strength. Within the country, such an ambitious initiative will aid Germany in achieving its various targets and goals for a sustainable future. By investing in sustainable capital and production, we will avoid the threat of diesel car obsolescence and secure our transition towards a green future. As a member of the EU and the UN, Germany is also looking to keep up with the various objectives and sustainability put forth by these institutions. This includes the UN Sustainable Development Goals, but also other initiatives such as Electric Mobility Europe and the EU's European Strategy for Low Emission Mobility. The environmental and economic promise of electric vehicles makes the implementation of Tesla's Gigafactory an important step in the right direction.
Thank you, Mr. Altmaier. Political support is another key component of our development project, as your decisions and policies guide the future of our world. Last but not least, Dr. Moorhead, we would love to hear about your participation in the EIA process. Could you please explain the environmental impacts and considerations of the Gigafactory construction?
Yes, so I'm working on predicting the biophysical impacts in the environmental impact assessment of the Berlin Gigafactory. Most impacts are expected to have minor effects except for those from deforestation, which is of ecological and public concern, but I'll be covering those impacts and addressing Tesla's mitigation plan. So if you look at the image on the right, the area in red is the area that will be deforested for the Gigafactory. Given the size of the project, impacts from deforestation are likely. However, Tesla has plans to reduce these impacts significantly. One major concern is the endangered bat species inhabiting the forest. Tesla is relocating these bats during their hibernation period, which will disturb the bats the least. Tesla also built reptile fences to prevent new animals from immigrating into the area. The bird's nests, tree hollows, and reptile habitats in the forest plot were mapped to aid in the relocation of these species living here. Large mammals were chased out of this area as well. Tesla has taken a lot of careful measures to ensure as much as possible that no animals were killed in the clearing of this forest, reducing these potential impacts significantly. The other major concern from this project were impacts on local water resources from deforestation and usage in the Gigafactory. In our assessment, we determined this project would only have moderate effects on the nearby soil, water, and climate. Tesla is planning to mitigate possible impacts by planting 3 times as many trees as were cut down, which would compensate for the fact that the newly planted trees would be small for a long time. These new trees will actually enhance the local ecosystem, since the forest cut down for the Gigafactory was man-made and not as productive as a natural forest. Tesla is also working to reduce their water use and wastewater production from what they estimated in their initial plans. Forests are important ecosystems, but with the measures being taken by Tesla, I don't believe the impacts on the region will be high.
Thank you, Dr. Moorhead. Your knowledge and expertise are crucial to the sustainability and eco-responsibility of our project development. Sorry, folks, it looks like we're running out of time, but I want to thank you all for being present today. I hope to see you soon for follow-up and monitoring on the project so that together we can move forward and ensure the success of the Berlin Tesla Gigafactory along with all its long-term environmental, economic, and international benefits.